Is there a way of accomplishing your goals without treating it like a checklist?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Prayer is not part of that. So no, I mean, there's no way. I mean, scientific evidence has proved when you write things
Right, because
down.
you're the stats guy. Mm-hmm.
I'm the stats guy, and you know me, I love probabilities. Scientific evidence has proved when you write things down and you see them every day, you are more likely
To
to get it
accomplish
done.
them. Yes.
Yes. Once when the key word is more likely, that means you're not always going to do it, but you're just more likely to do so. So once again, you know me, I always want probabilities, always in my favor as best as I can. So, if raising a person in a 2-parent home is more probable for them to be successful, then of course go ahead. If not having kids before the age of 25, but when you're still in school, is more probable for them to be successful. Okay,
Is
wherever
that an
that
actual
means.
statistic?
I mean, when you have children at early ages, it's harder for them to quote unquote, you're still a child. I think there's some number out there. We have a kid under the age of 19. It's just harder for them to be successful because once again, you're working, there's babysitting, there's nanny. Hopefully, the father's in their life. 2-parent households, but not saying they can't be. Of course they can. It just
Right.
the numbers go lower because the embodiment of a happy home, whatever that means. The standard is 2-parent household with stable financial income and loving with God. That's how I define a happy home. So as long as you have those 3 things, hopefully, the rest will work itself out. Finance is one of them because, it's just to me, you're struggling financially. It's just hard, especially me. Like if I'm struggling financially, I'm like, man, I'm so stressed. I don't want to talk to nobody, especially my child.
No, I get that. That's real. Um, yeah, I have to think about that. I'm stuck between I love the fact that I'm a very goal-oriented person. I love the fact that when I say I'm going to do something, it is most likely that I am going to do it. It's just a matter of time. But also whether I accomplish these things or not, just I am like I'm not without, basically. I'm not without. The fact that people go into rooms and address you by the title that you hold, or I don't know, the companies you own or whatever, that's cool. But really, all of that is just, I think it's classist, really, in my opinion. It's a bit of an elitist-esque kind of ring to it because something happens tomorrow and life humbles you and you don't have half of that to show, you're still going to have to be okay with yourself at the end of the day. And that's what I want to make sure that I am. So whether I, have a great job that I do have and I'm working for the people that I am working for, or whether I do buy the house, like I'm not without, to be honest. I don't think many people know how to do that. It's very easy in our culture. Like we have to be being productive and busy all the time to show that we're working hard. But I don't want people to fall for the okie doke, but I think being intentional, you'll understand like, hey, this is what I really want. I had a really nice car with just 2020. And when I walk past someone driving their Beamer, their Tesla or whatever, I'm like, yo, good for you. But I realize like, I don't want it. And I think that's another thing too. Like, why do I want to go so hard for these goals? Is it just to achieve it and then not feel nothing? Then what would be the point of that?
Man, what's the point of a goal?
It depends, I think.
That's why I think I spoke about, 15, 20 minutes ago about once you achieve the goal, do you feel like a more wholesome person? And the word better is subjective, but you feel like I did something right. I feel more complete because I accomplished this.
I guess the point of a goal is to not be aimless. Whew, okay, that's deep. That is deep.
So to not be aimless, because if you're aimless, then what?
You don't have a sense of direction.
And you don't have
That's what it means to be aimless, aimlessly wandering.
And if you don't have a sense of direction,
What's an aim?
You're not thriving and surviving.
I didn't say all that, but
I'm saying, so what's a negative connotation for not having a sense of direction?
You'll go every which way. You can be pulled in any direction, which will probably keep you farther and where you really need to be. And I'm not saying that aimless is, there's certain things in life where you kind of just have to sit still, but I don't think that's being aimless. When you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get to one place. But when you have an aim, you have an objective, you have a goal, so you know what you're doing. How you get there, now, there's many ways to get But aimless, where you just are kind of free flowing and kind of just doing whatever, um, I think that could be detrimental to an individual.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's the point where we have goals, right? I want to achieve this because I feel like this is right.
And that shows that you know what you want.
And like saying, once you get it, that's always the biggest thing. I got it. Okay. So now, and that's why I think I mentioned once again, I know I'm kind of talking in circles, but now do I find something else to get, or do I settle in this piece of having what I achieve and just settling for that for the time being?